Hi, today's 5-minute topic is all about how to help yourself if you begin to feel scared during labour. Now, most women will experience some level of anxiety or concern or even fear during labour, even if it's just for a few moments during that self-doubt transition phase. And that's okay. The key is knowing how to get rid of fear so you can let it go and move on to manage the next phases of your labour. Now, you probably already know that being scared for a prolonged period of time during labour isn't great and is not going to be very helpful to the natural course of labour. However, knowing how you can deal with any fears that pop up and be able to deal with it during labour is going to help you make all the difference so that you can move on, put it behind you and carry on to have a calm and spontaneous birth. Now, fear can be incredibly useful when in a truly dangerous situation, but during labour it can slow things down and can make things more challenging unless it is addressed. So here are my 5 key things to think through, to be aware of if you are beginning to feel scared during labour. So the first one is accept the feeling. Accept that it is just a feeling. It's not real. It's probably not a real thing. It's emotions that have come up and it's an energy, but it's transient and you can release it and let go of those feelings. So remember, fear is just a thought about something which may or may not happen. The second thing is to just be in the moment. The only time that is real and that you can focus on is right now, focusing on absolutely this moment, especially during a contraction. Focus just on this contraction. Focus on your breathing, focus on a spot on the wall, but just at this point and not thinking about the rest of the labour. The third one is to breathe calmly, to breathe rhythmically. That will help to reduce any adrenaline which has built up. If you're feeling a bit scared, it will help to slow down your heart rate, reduce your blood pressure and help you feel that you can get back on track. Fourth one, move around. Have a jiggle, have a dance, shake your arms, do your shaking of the apples, which I teach on the course. There's lots more information about that on our website. Moving around helps to disperse adrenaline and it kind of gives you a break state. So it helps you to kind of shift your focus and get out of your head and your thought patterns. And the fifth one is to let go of that feeling that you're having. Replace it with a happy thought. Replace it with gratitude. Replace it with an excitement of meeting your baby. Replace it with anything that makes you feel positive. You can use visualizations. You can imagine some of those fears floating away on clouds. You can imagine them as balloons that you can release and let go. You can write them down. You can just talk to your partner. Vocalize what it is that you're scared of. I remember many years ago I worked as a doula with this amazing woman who was incredibly accomplished, very high powered, and it was her first baby and she had wanted to do everything perfectly. It was one of those things for her that it was important that she'd ticked off every box of preparation and so on. And during the birth she suddenly lost it, and I could see that she'd come out of her calm, relaxed state. She wasn't able to kind of focus on her breathing, and she just suddenly looked terrified. And I remember that look, and I said to her, what's just gone through your mind? And she looked at me with these tearful eyes, and she said, what if I can't do it? What if I'm not good enough? And I remember that feeling that I just wanted to hug her and say, you can do this and you will be good enough and you are good enough and you are amazing. But it was her fear, her thought that she needed to release and get rid of. Just by vocalizing it helped her to get it out of her head. And we talked a bit about it. We did some moving around. I did the shake of the apples. We started doing some positive visualization. And within a matter of 2 or 3 contractions, that had gone. So there you go. Those are my 5 tips on how you can let go of, sort of acknowledge and let go of any fear that might prop up during labour. So the key is to accept it. It's okay not to let it sort of kind of get hold of you, and to use those 5 ways to just move on, let it go, and then focus on the rest of the labour. Take care for now. Bye.